if we can get off 2 rounds tomorrow, if the weather's so we can get off 2 rounds tomorrow, the festival will put up $5,000 and it will be divided on that basis.
Who's the guarantee the 5,000? The 10,000 was guaranteed a couple days ago.
Guaranteed 10.
It was a meat advertising, $10,000. It was published in all of our major publications. Everyone showed up, and the money's not here. And from the sounds of it, it wasn't here. I'm not sure I got that.
Keith Nichols, the old champion, spoke on behalf of the Pirates.
What they were saying is that the 10,000 is guaranteed if the meat is flown the way that they've got it set up. I would have assumed it would have been a notarized statement saying the money's there, it's locked up, and everything else. I don't know. I don't know, what came down with that. The people that have gone around to several meets, I know, and I think you have to admit too, you've been to a lot of them, that these guys have done a lot for this meet. I mean, fuck, they've changed the state law.
I think it's just a matter of whose rationale we're going to accept.
Well, we all know it's a tough situation. Money's tight for everybody right now. But we must remember that all business ventures are a gamble, all right? Being that this is America, okay? They can fail or they can survive. They can succeed. And there are going to be a lot of stumbling blocks along the way. When you invest in something as a business, you can't afford to invest more than you can afford to lose. You should never gamble more than you can afford to lose. It's not really our point to decide whether or not Killington can afford to put up that $10,000. They've guaranteed it.
How honest have they been with us? Why didn't we know there wasn't $10,000 5 days ago?
They didn't want to tell you. I lost $500 guaranteed by not staying at my job to come here and take a chance.
This may be simply a legal question that we should have a lawyer look at. We might not even have the right to decide. Or the meet organizers might not have the right to decide.
Right now, we're putting our money, our life, our vehicles, everything we've got on the line to go to these meets and hopefully win some money. But you look at it from a public standpoint, nationwide, worldwide, whatever, it's a bunch of nuts jumping off mountains. That's where it's at, and like Barry's saying, we've been screwed for years. We have been. I've been stung in a lot of meets, so is he, so is probably a lot of you, right? But what can I say? Decide, let's split now. Screw these guys. They screwed us, we're not going to give them anything they want. Let's take off. The alternative, the other vote is to extend it another day for the 5,000. The other 5,000 is not there. The 10,000 is not there. The 5,000 is coming out of these pockets right now. And I honestly feel that they're going to come up with it, that you've got to decide which is less or more fair than the other, while considering the fact that both of them are really, unfair. People who want to leave at the end of this meeting. How many people want to stay and try to get in a full day of flying tomorrow with a $5,000 prize?
All right.
Thank you.
J.J. LaMarche is on the ramp and ready to go.
Tom Bikini is ready to launch, and his opponent will be Jean-Michel Bernasconi.
Tom Bikini is about to launch. Stand by. He is running. He is off.
Approaching now are Tom Pagini and Jean-Michel Bernasconi. Tom is in first place, and he's maneuvered his glider to the northeast, where he hopes to find some lift. Jean-Michel, fifth place, but still a contender, has headed west, hoping to find some altitude there.
Tom appears to be getting set up. Puts it into a little turn. Getting set, watch the landing. Tom Pagini. Thank you, Thomas.
Overhead now is Jean-Michel Bernasconi from France.
Tom's time is 24 minutes, 18 seconds. The best time up until this point.
Jean-Michel is still up there, about 400 feet over the landing area. He knows that a first-place finish could be a matter of seconds.
Thanks. Oh, boy.
Jean-Michel and joyfully on the ground.
And we have an upset. Jean-Michel's time is 27 minutes, 18 seconds, and that places him in the lead at this point in time.
Very good.
Great. I'm not sure I should do this. Did you see each other for all of these turns?
Yeah, oh, we're looking, we can speak to each other. Don't go down. And he talked to me and he said, man, you're gonna cut me on the beat. Oh, it was fun, a lot of fun. I got him in the B time, I got him on a A time, I got it all the way. All right.
Beating Tom was quite an achievement for Jean-Michel, but his triumph was short-lived. At the summit, weather conditions were suddenly turning into a hang glider flyer's dream. Starting with Mark Laversa, a vigorous ascending headwind lifted the remaining contestants way above takeoff. And when Keith Nichols' turn came, he just shot right, straight up.
Watching the motion of trees and cloud shadows, he's put his kite right on top of a thermal bubble, just a parcel of heated air rising up and taking him with it.
This is really something. You don't see many of these during a competition day. I ended up third in my heat.
Straight down the course, looking for the byline. As soon as they cross those bylines,
It's really too bad that we couldn't wait for about another half hour to get to when it was nicer like this.
See that? I could almost touch the pylon with my hand, thumb, the same way. We just had to sink all the way down. We could do nothing about it. And that's really bad. That's really not fair. Kind of bummed out about it. It's not fair at all.
I'm developing a bad case of laryngitis and I can't talk too loud. I think today's events went really beautifully. We had 90 flights in a fairly short time. 90 competition flights. And another nice statistic, nobody was seriously hurt.
I think we should have Roger show his chin at this point.
We've got some results for you.
Number 6 through number 1, starting with number 6, each one with a value of 575. Number 6, Jim Lee. Number 5, Fritz Baumberger. Number 4, Tom Hayden. Number 3, Phil Ray. Number 2, Dennis Pagan. Number 1, Keith Nichols.
Blackbirds singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arise. You were only waiting for this moment to arise. You were only waiting for this moment to arise.
Although it was the luck of the draw that had made Keith soar to victory, he had won, fair and square.
Is that French bread, John? It's not imported.
Imported French, huh?
The losers, though somewhat frustrated, were not resentful, and were now migrating west for the remainder of the season, thinking that perhaps hang gliding was like poker. It looks like luck, but in the end, the best man wins, and Keith was still the undisputed champion. But Keith did not compete again that year, and Tom